Hello everyone and welcome back to Music is My Boyfriend, the channel where Anais, someone who loves music so much they would marry it, makes music related content and reacts to music related videos. And I'm a little annoyed right now starting this video because I had started it and I forgot to press record. So this is my second attempt at making this video. So annoying, you know, if you're a creator, you know. You've experienced that probably. You know, since Coachella just happened, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I don't like Coachella anymore, to see if, you know, there's anyone else who feels the same way I do, and just talk about my experiences going to Coachella before and why I don't really like it. And I just think it's like so overrated. Just seeing a bunch of pictures on Instagram of people at Coachella kind of reminded me, yeah, this is why I don't go anymore. It didn't make me feel jealous or anything like that. I was just like, yeah, this is why I don't go. I've been to Coachella twice. The first time I went was in 2006, 2007. I don't remember the exact year. It was a year that Daft Punk was there, Madonna was there. Yeah, I got to see Daft Punk. That was like my #1 best performance I've ever witnessed, and it still is. It's just amazing. That was, you know, a performance that if you missed it, you felt bad because the next day everyone was talking about Daft Punk. So that was really awesome. Hey, editing me here. So after I recorded this video, I was getting all my, you know, Coachella footage, you know, from the past and stuff like that, my pictures. And I realized I had actually been to Coachella 2006 and 2007. So yeah, and then I went in 2010. So I've been 3 times. I thought I had only been twice. But, you know, 2006, 2007 kind of blended together. So, you know, just for the rest of the video, whenever I talk about that time, when I say either or, it refers to both, because the vibe during both those years, it was pretty much the same. Like, I noticed a difference in 2010. So yeah, I've been there 2006 and 2007. So I just wanted to make that clear. Been to Coachella 3 times, and the same thing applies to both 2006 and 2007. And my friends and I went for the music. That's why we went. Not to look cool, to show off our outfits, to post on Instagram. Well, Instagram didn't exist at that time. So we were there for, you know, for the music. That's why we went. We saw the lineup. We're like, cool, we like a lot of these bands. Awesome, let's go. And then at that time, you had the option of buying like a 3-day pass, but you also had the option of buying single-day passes, which I thought was really great because maybe you only want to go one day, or maybe you only can go one day. But at that time, I think we went all 3 days, or maybe 2. I went at least 2. Could have been 3, I don't remember, but it was more than 1. And yeah, it was awesome. Like, the vibe was, we're there for the music. Yeah, that's why we're there. I mean, one thing I hated was like the date that they always have Coachella. It's always in freaking April when it's so hot there. Like, if you haven't been there, it's so hot. And I'm from Arizona. Like, I know heat. So I don't like heat. And it was just unbearable. Like, you're just constantly like at risk of heat stroke. And it's like, you could be wearing bikinis. I wasn't wearing a bikini, but like, you could be wearing a spaghetti shirt, whatever. You're still freaking sweating and hot. It's just, I can't stand that. I don't like that type of weather. And so that's one thing that bothers me about Coachella. That's one of the reasons I don't like to go anymore. Is like, they always have it when it's so freaking hot. Why can't you have it cooler temperature? Maybe in January. You know, January in California, it's not super cold. So I've lived in California. So just like, why can't you do that? But no, they don't care about their attendees. They just care about making money. And one of the theories I have for why they keep having it when it's really hot is because they make more money on drinks and water, because you don't want to die. So you're really hot, and then you have to buy the overpriced water and drinks to stay hydrated. So I think that's one of the theories I have as to why they don't change the date. So that's really greedy. But you know, that's what they care about, money. And, you know, I learned, so the second time I went, I took like baby wipes with me. I had like a spray bottle with water. And so I was constantly spraying myself. So that helps. I'm also like wetting paper towels with water and just kind of like having them around your neck. That really helped. But I wasn't prepared the first time I went. So I was, you know, suffering other than the weather. The first time I went to Coachella was pretty awesome experience because you got to see so many bands, and that's kind of like the vibe. Like, we were there for the music. The second time I went, I think it was 2010 or 2011. one of those years. I don't remember the exact year. I'm not good with like remembering dates and stuff. I think that one we went like all 3 days, because at that time they did away with the single day passes, so you could only get like 3-day passes, which was so annoying. I like having the option of doing single day passes, because what if one day you don't really like the lineup? I don't want to pay that much. So that's one strike against Coachella. Another strike. So the weather, then getting rid of single day passes, that was annoying. So already I was like, okay, I don't like that. And then another strike was them overselling tickets that year. I think that was the first year that they just like sold way too many, because we went there, you know, for the 3 days. First day, I'm a person who likes to wake up early, but my boyfriend at the time is the opposite. He likes to wake up at 1 p.m. So because of him, we didn't get to like the venue until later on in the day. And then we had to wait in line to get in the car like 8 hours. We were like in the car in line for like 8 hours, just barely moving, because they oversold tickets, because they were freaking greedy. And I'm just like, I was mad, because I don't like to waste time. I don't like to waste money. I don't like to waste those things. And I wasted time being in this car doing nothing really, and wasted money because I paid, you know, we both paid. We didn't even get to see the majority of day one. So that already got me in a bad mood. If only my boyfriend at the time had listened to me and woken up early. But, you know, early bird gets the worm, but he didn't understand that. So I was annoyed. Not a great start to Coachella when you miss most of day one that you paid for and you traveled for. And then, you know, we got there, and, you know, in the parking lot, I see all these people just, you know, partying, drinking and stuff. And the vibe was like so different. It was like a frat guy type of vibe. All these like frat dudes. I'm like, so that's why you came. You traveled all the way here, you know, paid hundreds of dollars so you could just like party in the parking lot. Like, I mean, can't you do that at home? I'm like, what about the music? You don't want to see the freaking bands? Like, I'm like, am I the only one here who is here for the actual bands? I didn't go there just to party. I didn't really party. I was there to actually see the bands. And so we go in, and then I see, you know, we're watching one of the bands, and then I see a couple like in front of me just like making out and stuff. I'm like in the front of this, you know, stage. And you know, this band's just like, I mean, this couple's just making out right in the front. And I'm like, kind of annoyed, because I'm just like, hello, like, you go make out somewhere else. It's not that I don't like PDA or whatever. I don't really care about it. But it's just like, why aren't you watching the band? Like, am I the only one here who is here for the music? Like, I'm here seriously to watch the band. People are partying in the parking lot. These people are making out, not even with their backs to the band, so they're not even watching. I'm just like, at least move out of the way so someone who actually wants to watch the band can be closer to them. You're taking up space. It's just like, sorry, I probably sound like a music snob, but yeah, I kind of am, because I love music. So, you know, I love and respect music, and, you know, people create music. And so that was annoying too. And just, yeah, just like overall walking, you know, that whole weekend, you know, walking around, like the vibe was just like so different, you know, where the first time I went, it was like, yeah, we're here for the music, talking about the band's awesome. And then, you know, first of all, they oversold tickets that second time I went. And then it just, the vibe was so different. It was just like people there for just like, yeah, we're here. Like, just again, for the kind of like frat type vibe, frat sorority type of vibe. Like, oh my God, we're just here to like take pictures. Like, oh my God, we're at Coachella. We look so cute. I'm like, it's a music festival. Are you here to actually watch the bands? Like, do you know any of the bands? Like, I came here for the bands. I thought that's what the whole point of this festival was. And the second time I was there, some bands that I remember were Devo, Fever Ray, Infected Mushroom, Muse, my favorite band. Music makes life better. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm here for the freaking music. So after that whole experience, my second time, I'm like, you know what? I never want to go back to Coachella again. It was just not as great of an experience. Like, the bands were awesome, but again, it was just like, that was it. Still too hot, oversold. I you know, pretty much wasted the first day. People were just really there for just to like brag about being there. I don't really have any pictures of me at Coachella. I have maybe like couple selfies I took with my boyfriend, but most of my videos and pictures from Coachella were of the actual bands that I was there to see, because that's why I went, not to show off that I'm there and like post it on social media. I had Facebook at the time, but let's go over the strikes again, why I don't go anymore. Okay, weather. They still, keep having it when it's really hot. No single day passes. Well, at least, I don't know, recently, I don't know, did they bring that back? I don't know. I haven't checked because I don't really want to go. Overselling them. Just the lineups, I haven't really liked them. I've seen them here and there. I don't check them out every year, but I'm just like, it's never enough for me to go now. Whereas before, it's like I liked so many bands, or I was interested in checking out a lot of the bands, whereas now it's like maybe just a couple, and I'm like, I don't really want to make the whole trip or pay that much money just to see a few bands I like. It's just different, I think it was more just, I don't know, I feel like they have more mainstream artists now, so that's why I think it maybe the vibe is different as well. And then I think just the fact that a lot of people just go just to like be like, oh my god, celebrities are here, and like take pictures. I saw a couple of celebrities when I was there the second time. I saw, this one maybe is not really a celebrity, but I saw somebody from like The Real World, like the old seasons of The Real World on MTV. I recognized him. I saw an actor from Home Improvement, the one that played like the youngest brother. I saw him. I bumped into a lead singer of one of the bands, so that was interesting. Yeah, but like that's not why I went. I didn't go to watch celebrities. So yeah, those are just like some of the reasons I don't go. And I'm not against like music festivals at all. Like I always tell people, like, there's other festivals you can go to. Like Coachella is not the only one. I feel like a lot of people maybe who aren't that into music, like they think Coachella is like the only festival, and I'm just like, no. I've been to Outside Lands in San Francisco. That one was wonderful. It was in this beautiful park, beautiful trees. I love trees. Okay, so desert, get away from me with the desert. Like lineup was great. It wasn't so freaking packed. Like, and I get claustrophobic and I have like panic attacks when I feel too like, trapped. So plenty of room in Outside Lands. There was a good amount of people there, but it wasn't freaking packed. The weather was awesome. It was nice and cloudy. I like cloudy weather, but it didn't rain. It was just like sunny but cloudy, and it was cool. Not so hot that I want to die. I've been to Lollapalooza. That one was awesome as well. Both Outside Lands and Lollapalooza you can access through public transportation. Unlike Coachella, you have to freaking drive there. I guess you could like Uber and stuff, but that would be a cluster F, like I would never like, oh my gosh, no. So that was one great thing about Outside Lands and Lollapalooza is you can just use public transportation and get there. Just walk. Walking is pretty awesome. It's a nice form of exercise. And I'm a walker. I don't like to drive. So that was great. And the weather at that time was awesome. I think both Outside Lands and Lollapalooza were in the fall. So the weather was pretty nice. Also, again, it wasn't like super packed. Like you had like lots of room to walk around, nice weather, much more pleasant experience. And both in Outside Lands and Lollapalooza, it was like the vibe that I like. We were there for the music. We weren't there to just like, oh my god, celebrities, Instagram, like no. And there's still other ones I want to check out. I've never been to Bonnaroo, but because I mostly live majority of my life on the west side of the country. Now I live on the eastern side of the country. But yeah, just if you think Coachella is the only one, it's not. There's, I think, so many other probably better ones. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to pay the overprice. Like, and they're cheaper too. Like Coachella is just now like a status thing, I think, or just to like show off. It's overpriced. I don't think the lineups are as good. If you actually want to go see good music, and not that artists in Coachella are not good, but like if you wanted to go to a festival, have the same festival experience, more pleasant weather, just be there for the music, check out, other ones. If you look up music festivals in your state, you'll probably find something. I said to myself I would never go to Coachella again except if Daft Punk performed at Coachella, because that performance that I saw was amazing, and I was like, I really want to see them live again. And I'm like, fine, if they perform at Coachella again, which I hope they don't, I will go. And luckily, they never performed at Coachella again. Thank goodness, because I did not want to go again. And every year, there was always rumors like, Daft Punk's going to perform. And I'm just like, please don't. Please perform at any other festival other than Coachella. And I'm so happy they did not, because I did not want to go back. So yeah, it's my little rant about Coachella. Let me know if anyone feels the same way as I do. Like, when's the last time you went? When's the first time you went? Like, do you still go even though you don't really like it as much? Like, Also, if you have recommendations for like other cool music festivals, let me know in the comments. I'd love to, find out about them. But now I just feel like a lot of music festivals, like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. Back in the day, I felt like when I would see a lineup, there was so many artists that I liked or I was interested in seeing. But now, like, when I see a lot of lineups, there's not, I don't know, like, not into as many. I don't know, maybe because I like older music now. I don't know. I'm older. I don't know. But yeah, I would love to hear about some music festivals, and also so you can share for other people, who maybe only know about Coachella. If you want to follow my social media, you can here. If you want to check out my other videos, you can. I'm sorry, it's been a while that I've uploaded. It's just I've been like so busy with work. It's like I'm work all the time and I barely have time to sleep and record and edit. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I look forward to your comments, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.